It's a good question. It depends on a few things, I think. Whether you're flexible, like if you're geographically flexible, meaning you're willing to move wherever. I wasn't. I wanted to stay in Los Angeles. That's where I live. So um, luckily, our tech community is growing and blooming, and in blooming, it's doing really well. Looking for something like that, I think whenever you go into an interview, it's also very important not only for them to interview, but you to interview the place. Like look around when you're there, look at, see if you could talk to people, just so you don't get blindsided. Like, let's say they say that they care about work-life balance, but then you see someone who has a family, but they are at the office all the time and they stay late, like finding out about stuff like that. For me, I knew I wanted a smaller company, and I looked around to see how, if there were very strong senior mentors that I could learn from. So that's also really important. I think also, I personally don't like to jump around too much. So finding a place that'll give you enough variety so that you don't get bored, or giving you the ability to switch stacks if you want to, is also really useful. But it's fair not to be too picky in the beginning, because you just want to get on the ball, like, get started on your first job. Compensation is important, but it's not as important in terms of what you'll get out of the position once you get there. Some people go after the money and then they get there and they're not happy. So just a matter of what you prefer money, then there's that. There's some companies that, they have a paging system. They expect you to, have more emphasis on work versus life sometimes. It's just a matter of how you choose to take this first step. If you want it to be an investment to your future, then maybe you don't care so much about, having a life. Maybe you do want to have balance. So don't go for a place that expects you to be on call sometimes, just depends.
I have a personal choice.